Welcome to Silicon Valley Asian Business Talk.
Dr. Gong, welcome to our interview program. And I am Roger Chen, a professor from University of San Francisco, representing Center for Business Studies and Innovation at the University of San Francisco. And why don't you give us a brief introduction about yourself?
Thank you, Roger. It's really my pleasure to join you for the Silicon Valley Asian Business Network talk. I earned my Doctor of Science, actually, in computer science from Washington University in St. Louis. Through the decades of tech innovation career, I have been a principal investigator for many DARPA research projects. And then I have also been serving adjunct faculty position at some of the universities. And then, of course, since 2001, I have co-created 5 startups to date, with 4 of them with successful exits, and 1 of them is still in active development. One of my most proud startup is Palo Alto Networks. My latest one, Metafoodx, is solving the sustainability challenges for the food service and healthy living for company, for our mission. We are determined to basically use AI for food and health sustainability. It's a big problem. It will take us a long time. And then what we actually do is to start by sustaining the food operators' profitability. That we are using AI-based consumption tracking, and that collect the accurate, useful data. And then we use that data to drive their production management service. So in the end, we are helping them to prevent food waste by avoiding overproduction of food. That is a big challenge for those operators. And then for our customer, what we really are bringing them is an unprecedented cost of savings. In parallel to startup venture and angel investment, I am the active chair for HYSTA. Now, HYSTA is a nonprofit organization helping to elevate the leadership and the entrepreneurship capabilities for Chinese Americans.
Discussion topic: develop our first product to satisfy early customers.
My first question basically relates to the evolution of the new venture company. We typically call them the product market fit, meaning for new venture companies, find their very first products and also the target customers. So my question is, has your current new venture company found so-called the product market fit, meaning find a product that can solve the real problem for a large group of people and also find the customers? If the answer is yes, based upon your new venture experience, what are the indicators telling you, hey, our product finally reached this product market fit? And also, what are the factors allowed you to successfully find this match between your first product and also the target customers?
Yeah. That's an excellent question. Yes, we have figured out our product market fit for Metafoodx. We are targeting easily, for the even at the low end of 5x return on investment. Right now, we have 5 active trials. One of them is in the contracting phase. For all these customers, really, they see not only the problem we are solving, also we have packaged the product in a way that fit their workflow. And that is one of the other critical things. So today we are basically driven by the customer because we still, the resources are limited. So we have to prioritize not to start too many of the active trials. Yeah.
Thank you. Actually, that's very good. Follow up your answer to the first question. Now you're talking about your company's value propositions, the big problems your company tried to solve. The follow-up question is from the concept, which is a very, very great concept vision, to the real product. Did you experience some kind of learnings or mistakes to kind of basically translate your vision, your business concept into a real product that matches the customer needs? What are the lessons, or have you made mistakes or things that you would like to share, which will be valuable for many, many startup companies going through that concept to the real business or real product journey?
Yeah, appreciate that question. The reality is for any startup, right? In particular, when you are trying to address a very hard problem, some degree of pivoting is always involved, right? And what do you do? So for us, one of the example for Metafoodx is we are focusing on a big problem, right? We're talking about in US alone, food loss and food waste is a $400 billion plus loss problem.
Wow.
But then, when we solve that problem, of course, there are many factors, right, involved. So in this case, it's not only you solve a problem, but then when you talk about a solution, you are talking about where you start, who is have the most pain, right? And one of the things we learned was your solution must fit the customer's workflow in order for them to actually be able to use it and then experience the benefit. So that's like a two-side, not only a problem, but then you have to be, in particular for food service or for food operators, it's really backbreaking and it's hard work and very high pressure environment. So for example, when we first produced a version of the food sensors, because we need to track accurate food consumption by menu item, in real time, by portions. So we actually had our first version, which is based on an embedded load cell design. In that case, that form factor, we have to be sitting on top of the hot or cold well. And then on top of it is the food serving container, the trays on the top. And then we quickly learned that the reference, we were also starting with a small hotel employee cafeteria. So in that environment, their food item and what the scale was also fairly limited. So then we quickly realized that we were using that as a reference, but that reference was not representative enough, right? For the sensor, the form factor, if we want to apply it to a large number of targeted customer environments, and then that has limitation in terms of how easy to scale, how easy to maintain them. So then today we actually, we already have in the customer, we are using a 3D camera-based AI sensor, which is very scalable and non-intrusive. That's very key.
So, seems to me a very interesting or a great insight is when you try to really kind of persuade the early stage customers to adopt your new products, you have to understand their workflow process. And there seems to me your second point, which is very important when you try to design your solution, you are also considering the scalability for future solution, right? So not just about the, it's kind of very, very small niche. You are thinking about a big picture. And I guess, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, because of that scalability consideration, you kind of adjusted your solutions. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's why we, the two things in particular to wrap up our new product market fit. One was we defined our solution is really a new approach doing production management, accurate management, precise management based on true consumption. That's a very fundamental approach, differentiated. Then in order to do that, then that means our new product form factor, right? We have this food sensor, which can be deployed once, and then you don't have to do anything about them. And then the rest of them is really about the data. The data come in, collected data is in the cloud. Every analytics, all the interface alert saying generated to the customer is driven through the cloud. So then that indeed affect, both the product form factor and then how this, right? When we design the dashboard, then we have customers' workflow in mind, right? When they come in, when they use it, what is a task that for them to see the benefit from the system that is going to look like? And then our dashboard needs to actually support that in a very smooth, intuitive fashion.
Thank you for watching.